Creating a portfolio that vouches for you can be really daunting. But trust me, after watching this video, it's going to be really easy for you because today I'm sharing some really amazing tips and tricks to help you create a killer portfolio. Hey, my friend, welcome back to Arkia. I'm Utsav Kamboj and I'm obsessed with helping students, employees, and entrepreneurs from architecture and design backgrounds navigate through their work life and achieve their goals. Think of this channel as a one stop shop for resources, guidance, and inspiration. Now, what is a portfolio? Your portfolio is the collection of the best work that you've done till date. It tells your story, what you've learned so far, what kind of skills you have achieved so far. It also tells your future employer what they should expect out of you in terms of skills and services. And it's not going to happen unless it represents the real you. Yes. So, the first and most important thing I want to tell you is be authentic, be yourself. Don't get worried by looking at all those fancy portfolios that you see on Pinterest, Behance, Issue, or maybe someplace else. You're creating a design or architecture portfolio. You are not creating a graphic portfolio. So I want to encourage you to create a portfolio that reflects your design style, what skills you have, what are your hobbies, what is your personality like, and how you can provide value. So, given the current scenario, if you're applying for jobs or internships, there are two types of portfolios, your main portfolio and your sample portfolio. Although, if you're applying for masters, that is a different category of portfolios. So, we are going to talk about that in a very different video. So, if you have been already applying in offices, a lot of offices must have asked you for your sample portfolio and your resume. So, your sample portfolio is basically a trailer or a teaser of your main portfolio. It's very much about high quality than quantity. So your sample portfolio will have up to 3 projects. Choose the projects really, really wisely. Choose only those projects that you're really proud of. The number of pages can be between 10 to 15, including your cover page. You can choose to include your resume in your sample portfolio itself if you'd like. Your sample portfolio can be A3 or A4, landscape or portrait. But the main thing to focus here is to include the projects that represent the best of your skills and your personality and your design style, and the portfolio is more about quality than quantity. Now let's talk about your main portfolio. The first thing that you want to do is you want to arrange all the work you've done till date. So collect all the work that you've done till date and pick out the projects that you want to include in your portfolio. And you don't have to include all the projects in your portfolio, you just have to include the ones that you're really, really, really proud of. And don't include more than one project per category unless you want to work only on those kind of projects in the future. So compile all the work that you've done till date, pick out all the projects that you want to include, and then complete all the drawings. Don't worry about creating renders just yet. That's the next step. For now, complete all the drawings, plans, sections, elevations, 3D model, etc. Complete everything that you want to include in the portfolio. So once you've completed your work, now is the time for you to choose a theme for your portfolio according to the work that you're going to include. Do you want your portfolio to be in landscape format or portrait format? What kind of font size do you want to use? What kind of color template do you want to include in your portfolio? Creating a theme doesn't mean that you have to use fancy borders or graphics. Since you're not creating a graphic portfolio, you're creating an architecture or design portfolio. Using graphic elements in your portfolio can steal all the attention from your work, and you don't want that. So creating a theme means creating a visual hierarchy or aesthetic hierarchy for your portfolio. Whether you do that using a color palette, or you create a storyboard, or you use something else to create a theme of your portfolio. So if you're using a bright color, try to tone it down using a set of neutral colors. Use the bright color only to represent spaces which are important to your project. Now, the next one is details are important. Professionals are hungry for details. If you've come up with an amazing design move, create a section and show how it's working out, and make sure that your drawings are easy to read. So when I say details are important, I don't just mean detailed drawings, but I mean details in presentations too. How you describe your work through words also holds an important value. So make sure that you don't make any grammatical errors at all. Talking about describing your projects through words, it's always a good idea to create a 1 or 2 line description of the process you went through while you created that project, the scale of the project, and the area of the project. And while you are creating that description, make sure that the fonts you're using, they are easy to read and they're not so loud. Make sure that you're not using more than 2 font styles in your portfolio. And the last one, don't make it too flashy. To be completely honest with you, I myself didn't revert to a few applications just because the portfolios were too flashy. There was too much going on in a single page. Some of the students had just pasted their sheets as it is without paying attention to what it's going to say about them. And a lot of portfolios had really loud fonts, really loud colors. It was impossible to read those portfolios. Don't worry about the blank spaces in your portfolio. In fact, try to leave a few breathing spaces on the pages so that it becomes easier for reader to see where they should start first. So you want to create a professional portfolio, which doesn't mean that it has to be boring. Create a portfolio which shows your design style and your personality and shouts and vouches for you. I'm here, call me, I'm the best person for you. So if you want to know more about this topic, there's a link in the description of this video which has a blog about 5 steps to create a killer portfolio. You can check that out. That blog covers everything in detail. And if you like this video, please make sure that you share it with your friends and hit the like and subscribe button. I'll see you next week.